Hi everyone, I'm Mariah and welcome to my screencast for an explanation of my design elements. For this project, I chose to create a PSA that would inform sexual assault victims on the University of Idaho campus how to report their attacker. I chose this because according to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, more than 90% of assault victims on college campuses don't report the crime due to shame, fear, and not knowing where to go. Oftentimes, college-age victims may believe that calling the police is the only option for them, which can be scary when the attacker is someone you know or someone you're acquainted to. I wanted my PSA to remind everyone that there are multiple ways to report a crime and receive help. For my text, I started out with the attention-grabbing statistic and a call to action. Originally, I was going to say a lot more than just help lower the statistic and talk about how reporting crimes will save others in the future. But ultimately, this put too much responsibility on the victim, and it was also just too much text. And as we've learned in class, the simpler the better. I used a mixture of the serif font Georgia, which is here in italics, and my sans serif font is bond serif semi-bold condensed, right here. For my color choices, I knew I wanted to use red because red is the international color for stop, meaning stop the sexual assaults in this case. And I also wanted to trigger alertness. Then I was going to go with red's complementary color to create a stark contrast, but the Christmas vibe wasn't appropriate, so I chose the color next to green on the color wheel, which is blue. This works better anyways because blue signifies trust. This is why I have the instructions within the cell phone illustrations in different colors. It not only heightens readability, but the first part of the instructions in red hopefully creates a sense of seriousness and action, whereas the blue text explains what kind of help someone will receive after they've called, which should create a sense of dependability and trustworthiness rather than the emergency-inducing red. I chose a plain gray background for two reasons. One, a picture might have been overwhelming behind all the text, and two, sexual assaults are not really something that you can represent in a picture. Before designing this, I looked up other sexual assault PSAs, and most of them depicted the face of a distraught, tear-struck teenage girl, which in my opinion just enhances the potential feelings of shame and degradation. For this reason, the only images I used was a stock photo of a cartoon cell phone, which I copied, removed the background from all three, and arranged in a grid-like pattern to increase the stability. Finally, one of my peers suggested that I space out the cell phones for better visual hierarchy. So I followed that advice, and I definitely think it looks less squished. Thanks for listening to my design choices and examining my PSA.